I've been seeing people online saying that Europeans are going to hate America after the World Cup. And I completely agree. Not because America is dangerous, not because it's loud, not because everyone drives giant trucks. No, they're going to hate America because after spending a few weeks here, they're going to have to go back to Europe. And that is the painful part because I know exactly what that feels like. As someone who moved here from Eastern Europe, you don't realize how many small things in America are actually life-changing until you live them. And then you go back to Europe and think, wait, why is everything harder again? Before we get into all those things, if you love America, travel, funny cultural differences, and seeing this country through the eyes of a Slavic mom, that's exactly what we do here. Now, let's talk about all the reasons Europeans are going to hate America after the World Cup 2026. This is one of the biggest culture shocks. In Europe, you order a drink, and that's your drink. You finish it slowly. You respect it. In America, a drink is basically unlimited. You get a soda or iced tea, and then someone asks, would you like a refill? And it's free. Excuse me? Free? Then comes the ice. Everything has ice. Water, soda, juice, tea, even when you don't ask for it. At first, I was confused. Then I became addicted. Now, if I get a drink without the ice, I feel like something is missing. Combine that with air conditioning everywhere, and America basically becomes freezing inside, freezing drinks, and somehow still 95 outside. At first, Europeans will say, why is everything so cold? Day 1, why ice? Day 5, less ice. Day 10, extra ice please. Day 14, not cold enough. So a few days later, they are asking for extra ice and carrying a sweater in July smiling. And when they go back to Europe, no ice, no refills, limited AC. That's when they'll feel it. That's when they'll go, okay, I get it now. Asking for water in America is hilarious. Can I have some water, please? Absolutely! 5 seconds later, you receive a giant ice water for free. And they keep refilling it. No hesitation, no charge, no problem. In Europe, you often get bottled water or smaller portions. In America, water is just there. And after the World Cup, they are going to go back to Europe and order water. And suddenly remember, oh, right, this part is different. Can we appreciate American parking lots? You pull in, park, open every door, take your child out, load groceries, and nobody is touching your car. Nobody is blocking you. Nobody is squeezing next to you. In Europe, parking feels like a strategy game. In America, it feels like space actually exists. And after a few weeks here, they are going to go back to Europe and suddenly remember how stressful parking can be. Now, cars. Americans don't buy cars. They buy comfort. Living rooms on wheels. At first I thought, why does everyone need such big SUVs? Then I drove one. And then I own one because now I understand. Wide roads, big parking spaces, families, groceries, everything fits. In Europe, cars feel smaller, tighter, more compact. In America, everything feels like it finally has room. And then they go back to Europe and think, why does my car feel like a toy again? In America, if you can do it without leaving your car, you stay in it. In Europe, you park and walk everywhere. And after the World Cup, they are going to go back to Europe, park their car, and instinctively think, I wish I could stay inside for this. Because once you get used to drive through life, you don't forget it.